Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. And today's video is going to be an encouragement video for whoever needs to hear this to go and fix your relationship with your family. And I'm talking about the close family, I'm talking about siblings, I'm talking about parents. And I'll start with a story about my family and myself. So I have an older brother and a younger sister. I'm the middle child. And both of them have 3 years gap from me, and they have 6 years between them. And since I can remember, my brother and I used to fight all the time, when we were younger. It could be about anything, it could be about food, it could be about computer. I remember the first time my dad brought a computer to home, and my brother just wanted to play it so much, and he didn't give me to play it as well. Or it could be football, it could be whatever. And I remember literally there were times where we were throwing chairs at each other. And I'm talking like age 10, age 11, and just cursing each other and just hating each other. And with my sister, it was a little bit different. I don't remember fighting with her that much, but again, we had like a pretty on and off fighting and arguing growing up. And as the years went by, my parents really tried to fix that. They didn't want us to grow up and be mean to each other and just hate each other. Although I'm sure like a lot of siblings can relate, and because a lot of siblings are fighting and whatever. But my parents really always told us that at the end of the day, we're gonna be there for each other and not anybody else in the world. They really emphasized the importance of having a good relationship with your sibling. And then at one point, I think around my teenage years, I'm 16 maybe or whatever, we started to deliberately sitting together, We started to deliberately tell each other things. And I remember it was the period where my brother went to his service, and later on I went to my service, so we didn't see each other for like a week, 2, 3 weeks, whatever. And when he used to come home, we used to sit together, and he used to tell me how his week was, and I used to tell him how my week was, And at the beginning, it was weird, It was weird to suddenly sit down with my brother and talk with him as if he was my friend, after all this time when we grew up and we fought all the time. And same goes with my sister, We used to sit all the three of us and just talk, on whatever. But today I can tell you, if I go a little bit fast forward, today I can tell you that when I'm home, now I live in Europe, but when I'm home, we try to do that almost every other day, At least meet each other separately, and if we can, we do it also, the whole three of us. And I cannot explain to you how I feel about my relationship with my siblings. It's like I have my friends, the relationship I have with my friends, and then I have the relationship I have with my best friends, which are like few in this world. And then I have the relationship with my siblings, And I know that if you have a brother, if you have a sister, you know what I'm talking about. And when I'm telling you that me and my brother used to fight, I'm talking about me being a fat kid, and he used to always call me a fat kid. He used to beat me up, he used to curse me a lot, and he didn't make my life easier. But I'm sure for some of you, the case might be even harder, Wait, let me move the camera a bit. Right. For some of you, the case might be harder than my case, which is okay. I'm not a family therapist, but I'm just telling you that after I fixed my issues with my brother and my sister, I gained so much that I cannot even think about what would happen if I wouldn't fix those issues, Because at the end of the day, who will come to help you from the other side of the world if not your siblings, If not the ones who are related to you by blood, you know. And maybe you think, oh yeah, but it's hard, you know. Maybe for some of you the wound or whatever happened between you is too big to fix. But I promise you it's not, you know. At the end of the day, it's just how bad you want it. You can go to a therapy, you can go to just talk to each other. I know how weird it is to sometimes think, oh, but it's weird to talk emotions with my siblings. Once you do that, man, it's almost like you notice that you have more of you in this world, you know? Not in the sense we are identical, but in the sense of they are part of me, you know? I have my brother, I have my sister, they are part of me. And then this hate and this anger becomes caring suddenly. It being replaced by caring for them. It being replaced by warmth that no other person can give you in this world besides your siblings. So I'm encouraging you to try and fix that. And same goes to parents, you know. At one point, I started talking with my parents as well. I already talked about it in my videos. But started talking emotions with my parents. I think it was after my first breakup, where I was down, where I was lonely, where I was heartbroken. But this really helped and developed my relationship with my parents. And I would go and say that maybe with your parents is even harder because you see them as like your protector or whatever psychologically, you know. But again, I already talked about it in the videos about you needing to detach yourself from the protector mentality of your parents, you know, at one point. Because they are your parents, but at one point you are your own responsible adult, you know, for your own life. And I'll give you an example about my dad for a second. I'm gonna make it real quick. I don't want to go into details just for the sake of his privacy. But he didn't talk with his parents for a few good years, you know, because of some issues or whatever. But once he fixed that, he deliberately went and challenged that fear because he knew that what he will gain from that afterwards is so much bigger, you know. And the other day we talked about it and he told me, you know, once I fixed the issues with my parents, I felt like my whole world was in peace, you know. My whole world was in peace. Everything suddenly went into place, you know. And today he's talking with his parents openly and he go and visit them from time to time. And he also knows where to put the line because they are no longer his protectors. Of course, they are his parents and they will always be his parents. But there is a line as you grow older that you need to say, okay, you are my parent, I respect you, but you're no longer my responsible adult for my life. I am my responsible adult for my life. So as hard as it seems, maybe I encourage you to just first go and start a conversation with your parents, start a conversation with your sibling. As weird as it feels, deliberately, openly tell them, I want to talk, you know, I want to talk. And if they tell you about what, you know, just say, I want to talk with you. You're my brother. I love you. You're my sister. I love you. I want to hear how was your week. I want to hear how is your dating life. I want to hear everything, you know, I want to hear everything. I want to hear all of it. The sad, the good, the happy. I want to hear all of it. Same goes with your parents. And I promise you that once you do that, you will feel so much at ease, you know. And not only that, you're not only going to feel that a certain burden and pain lifted off your chest, but you're also going to feel that you gained so much more, you know, so much more. I promise you. And today, the first thing I do in the morning is text my family, text my dad, my mom, my sister, and my brother, just to check that they are okay and wish them a good day. This is what keeps me driven throughout the day, to know that they are okay. This is what I said about replacing those other feelings for caring, and to feel like that there is someone else that cares for you on the other side of the world. It doesn't matter where you are. And it's almost like a piece of you is out there living in the world, and you feel connected in a way. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Try and go fix the issues in your relationships with your family members. And I'll go and start my day. I hope you have a good day. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.